They say you can't go back in time, but every spring, for just a little while, the road remembers. This is Seligman, Arizona, the birthplace of historic Route 66, and this is the Route 66 Fun Run. What began in 1987 with just a handful of dreamers has grown into a rolling tribute to chrome color and the spirit of the open road. This is historic Route 66. Up here in the high country, where Route 66 climbs through the wild grasslands and weathered railroad towns, the past comes roaring back to life. For a single weekend each year, the Mother Road doesn't just survive, it shines. The cars are loud, the paint is bright, and the memories are polished to a mere shine. Folks come from all over to see it, not just the machines, but the movement, because out here it's not just a car show, it's a tradition. And for those who know, it's something even deeper. It's the homecoming for the road, for the people, and for the stories that still ride beneath these wheels. This is Big Mike with Route 66 Road Relics in Seligman, Arizona. And today, we are going to check out the Route 66 Fun Run. This video is over a 2-day period of time. Everything from doing a drive through the town to see all the different cool cars and trucks. And then we're going to walk around. I'm actually one of the judges helping judge for some of the car show. So I get to go ahead and walk around, and I'm just kind of letting you hang out with me. I'm doing a little just enjoying the cars and trucks. Now what's really neat about this is that this is actually in celebration in 1987. Angel Delgadillo, also known as the guardian of Route 66, him and a group of people were able to go ahead and get the state of Arizona to give a historic designation to old US Highway 66 or Route 66. And this special designation was basically the start of the revitalization of Route 66 as you see it today. Our town was pretty much the real Radiator Springs that you see in all the Cars movies and stuff. Well, this is what really happened in real life in our town. And as you'll hear later on, Angel's gonna, at the very end of the video, he's gonna talk for a little while. And I remember one of the things he said is that in 1978, when I-40 bypassed the town, was the day the town died. It went from a very busy, crazy town to almost nothing overnight. He even remembered the time and the date exactly. That's how dramatic it was for this. So it's just, like I said, really neat to see the town and Route 66 overall. That's my store, by the way, right there. And this is the Delgadillo snow cap that you're seeing. Established in 1953. Some awesome ice cream there. But I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna walk around in a little bit. We're driving through right now, just doing kind of a quick loop. There's the Aztec Motel and Creative Space. We're a good place to stay if you're looking for a place to stay in town. But look at all these cool cars, trucks. Look, they even got a matching trailer for it. This is just it's just a cool Route 66 event. It's just people want to come out, enjoy Route 66, and that's what it's about. The old cars, the old trucks, the stories, the memories, and maybe we make some new memories. That's what it's all about. Now, I also want you to do me a favor and take a look, and if you see one of your cars that you really like, do me a favor and put it in the comments for us. And if you do have, one of your cars or trucks are in here, or if you got your own, we actually have a new deal now in our community tab on YouTube. You can actually go ahead and make your own post. So please show us your car or truck. Let us see what it looks like. We would love to just see what you have out there. Now, Seligman's just a fun town. There's so much going on. We're very lucky. We've got a lot of good food in town too. We have everything from the Roadkill 66 Cafe. Look at the motor on that Mustang. Wow. And this was parked right outside my store. I mean, that's total gangster out there. That's just killer. And then this one, oh my, look at the paint job and the front grille. That's just beautiful. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and we're doing the judging now. So I'm kind of just walking around. I'm doing judging, I'm doing video too. I'm kind of cheating. But I just want to share it with you and see what you think. Look at that bad boy. Don't see too many of those. That's a pretty cool. See a lot of the pickups, but you don't really see the Chevy. That's got to be what, a 49 to 55, somewhere around there. There's an old Ford Mustang. That's a beauty. And a baby blue there. That's a newer Corvette, but hey, sports cars are awesome on Route 66. Now, our main season, just to kind of know a little bit about the town. Our main season is really April through the end of October. It goes crazy out here. Like I said, I have a store, and one of my goals is promoting Route 66, be like an ambassador. And I also have a travel guide. So check out our website, which is route66roadrelics.com. And I have about 150 pages all about travel guides. And we are even putting stuff on there now, so you can even book your hotel and tours, all sorts of fun stuff. So just think about checking us out and helping us out a little bit. Now, just walking around here, I mean, just all of the different cars and trucks. Now that, later on, you're going to see that drive by. Oh my, that is quite the car right there. A beautiful green with that motor. Whew. That's a bad boy right there. Could definitely have some fun driving that around. Look at this, they even got the matching trailer. There's a little nice little Mustang convertible. I don't know, so at 71 maybe? There's a little T-Bird. You know, the T-Birds, they don't get much of the acclaim as some of the other cars, but man, they are a classy look. I think their biggest problem is they had all the competition between the Camaros and the Mustangs that they kind of got left behind. Here's a little Honda. And here we go. We got a really neat old VW camper van. Back in the day, that was the ultimate. You see all these vans nowadays, but that was the beginning. This is, I believe it's a 69 Camaro. I think this is my buddy Bruce's car. It's a pretty cool looking Camaro right there. You gotta love those. And then look at this combination, old Ford truck with a matching trailer, all turquoise and white. That's just classy colors right there. You gotta love that. It's a nice look. Gotta be a lot of fun taking that to the campground. That's neat. Now, I am one of the judges out here, and there's gonna be 12 prizes given away. And I'll be honest, it's tough to choose. These vehicles aren't just built, they're being cared for, restored, and in many cases, deeply personal. You're not just looking at the shine or the detail, or in my case, I love the rat rods. They're pretty cool too. The rust, I don't know, the road relics and the rust. I like that. But they're cared for, restored, in many cases, just deeply personal. You're not just looking at the shine in detail. You're looking at history, at effort, at pride. Every one of these cars tells a story. And out here on Route 66, those stories matter. From Camaros, Ford pickups, Corvettes, full fire trucks, just a full mix of chrome, models, kind of rust. The care these people play. No Peter's brother right there. He's one of the regulars here. He doesn't move. He just kind of stays here in Seligman, but he's awesome. We've got a Coke car here. You know, that's what's so neat. There's so much stuff here that's just a great photo op. You can come here, take a photo, and enjoy yourself. I mean, part of Route 66, these old cars, these old trucks, they are the history of Route 66. Do you remember when you were younger, in the back seat of the car, parents were driving down, whether any kind of road trip, maybe even down 66, and you're like, wow, well, are we there yet? What's happening? I remember sometimes I had fond memories of falling asleep with it raining outside. I was driving the car with the rain. That just put me to sleep instantly. But all the different things, you never knew what you were going to see. And that was the road trips. That was how we took a vacation. We weren't flying everywhere. We went ahead, got in the car, and we drove there. That's just the way it was. There's Buddy George there, pointing out that old Willys are out there. Cool little Jeep. It's just right along one of the stores up here. But that's just part of the charm of 66. Route 66 really is just, it's about the places you see, the people you meet, but it's also about the journey. Just driving, hitting the road, relaxing. There's no pressure. You're not trying to catch an airplane flight. You're not worrying about missing something because you stuck around an extra hour. That's not what it's all about. Whoa, that's pretty cool looking Chevy there. Uh-oh. One of the pups. Now this is one of the hotels or motels. It's got all the cool cars around it. It's a pretty yellow and black one. There's a newer Mustang. I really like a kick out of, hang on. Wow, there we go. Those wheels. Now this one right here is a California special. It's a little scoop inside. That's a really neat Mustang. That's a beautiful car right there. Really appreciate something like that. I'm a Mustang fan. If you can tell. This is pretty cool too, the wagon. And we're gonna come over here and take a look at some of the other ones. That's what you do, the surfboard, the whole theme. Makes you think total California beach person right there. I'm a surfer bum, just out on the beach. Let's go take a look at a couple of these others. Wow, that red and black is actually pretty dramatic, isn't it? That's what's neat about the old cars. They had some class to them. That was kind of some of the differences. The cars are okay today, but they're kind of boring. A lot of this older stuff is just something like this Model T. Style anyway, but look at that. I mean, that's like a gangster car right there. Al Capone could have been driving that. Bright red. Oh, there's another pretty red Mustang. That's beautiful. It's another California special, or they put the scoops on it. I don't know. It's got the scoop on it, like a California special. Either way, that's a beautiful car. And these are some of the other ones that are beautiful in rust. I'm just going to walk around. Just kind of enjoy it. Now, I'm not an expert on everything, so if I call something wrong, well, just let me know in the comments. I'm sure you guys can correct me. But it was a great day. Had the wife work in the store today, and I got to do out my videos and all the YouTube stuff. There's my buddy George again. Me and him are walking around doing judging. There's about a dozen of us. That's a pretty cool, is that a Jeepster, I believe? That's what he was pointing out, that grill on me. Writing down that number. That's a pretty cool looking one there. Got a red Corvette. Yeah, my buddy took me for a ride one of those one days. After I had about ate my kneecaps because big boys don't fit. There's another pretty Mustang right there. No, that's unusual. You don't see, what was that? Is that the Cuda? Look at that motor. That's killer. Yeah, 67 Cuda. That's a pretty rare car. Nice old Ford truck here. And there's my friend Debbie for Roadkill Cafe, one of the owners. It's a nice truck right here. Take a little closer look around here. Just walk around. Maybe what gets me is the care of these guys. I mean, how long does it take to polish the chrome on a car like that? But they're just beautifully done. It's another pretty one. Look at these motors. Holy cow. That's neat. Is that Camaro or Firebird? Old Corvette. Beautiful baby blue there with chrome. Just going to kind of keep walking. We have to walk the whole thing actually because that's part of the judging. We're looking for those little neon yellow shields in the window. There are 66 of them entered for the contest. And they actually have pretty good odds because there's like 12 winners. That's an unusual car. Now there's a good look at that Ford with the camper on it. And there's that old VW. That's a beautiful VW. This is a really neat looking car right here. It's pretty cool. A little hot rod there. Here's a beautiful Corvette. Yeah, here's one of my buddies. By the way, he's got he says he watches this on YouTube. I was talking to him for a while, and this is Jeep he brought down. It's awesome. Yeah, truck right there. Details. Got the wood bed. Those aren't good. Wow, they got something pretty fancy here. Feeling good on a date night back in the day. I'm cruising with that car. Corvettes aren't lasting, no doubt about it. Now this is what a GMC. It's gonna be what, 49 to 50 something. I like it. They left the patina on there. And then has the matching little camper with it. Well done. These are some of my favorites. I really did like these. These were pretty cool. There's 3 of them here actually. Tan one, the red one, and that blue one. Those are just had to be a riot. I think somebody follows us on one of our other social media accounts. They said they're asking if we got some videos of them moving. I don't think I did, but we did get videos of them while they're here. They're gorgeous. That's some cool hot rod right there. Yeah, we'll keep walking on. Now here's one of my favorites. That's a 70 Mach 1 Mustang. I used to own a 69 Mach 1. That's biggest difference, you'd have the scoops to the side, and a 69 would have a scoop, and it would also have dual lights on both sides. Here's a really nice red Mustang. Here's our buddies at the Aztec Motel and Creator Space. Completely redone the hotel and everything. Oh, check out the sheriff's car there. That's classy. I like that. Wonder what's in the back seat. Oh, look at that. You got one of the sheriff's helmets. Nice. Oh, that's pretty. White and turquoise almost. There's so many cool cars around here. This is one I really like. I think this is one of the ones I picked for, I just love a good rat rod. It's got Route 66 on it. I know it's not the chrome and polish of some of the other ones, but the motor, the sound of this thing when I listen to it, I really like that. So there's sports cars, there's all sorts of stuff you can find here. You know, just trying to get the shot and get the sun out of his eyes around there. Now we're just driving through a little bit. Now this is fun stuff. This is the parade they do. Hi guys, about 5:30, they all start lining up. They have a whole bunch of stuff. Pretty cool. And they just do a parade. Driving around, they have fire trucks. They go all down one side of the house and just around. Good time to have there. There's a little surfer wagon like that. That beautiful Ford truck right there. That's a beauty. One wants to deal with that surfer wagon. There's like 12 cars. While you see the repeats, they go down one side, return and come back the other way. Oh, look at that family. Now what we're going to do later on here, that lock one, is we're going to go ahead and we're also going to catch a bunch of the cars. The second day, they have a takeoff at 9:30. The second day, there's a lot of cars moving in the This is the day before, right here. So on the second day, we went ahead and got out of there about 8:30 or so. So we can go ahead and watch one of the cars in front of you. So that's what we're doing out there. A bunch of there, and then here's a bunch of buses after that. We went ahead and now here's that rat rod. One of my favorite things. Like I said, I like Rome, Rust. That's one of the ones I do. They'll actually go down and everybody, or most people do a lot of that. They have a huge car show down there. After long, it was John Stan, the owner of the place, built the place in 1966, celebrating the small town. Now this right here is the next day. We're in the early morning, and I just thought I wanted to come out and see if we could get kind of had to come around from town, come on out a little bit, and we're catching these as they're coming into town. So this is about 8:30 or so in the morning. I wanted to kind of see what was up here. Show you around a little bit here. I don't know. You know, a classic car, a truck, they're moving, they're just a thing of beauty to hear that motor run. They got the whole VW bug club right here.
Yes.
Check out this little Mustang right here. Pretty. That's nice. Now what we're going to do is do this. Now don't forget, we also have Angel talking at the end of the movie, and then we're going to go ahead and in about another little while they're going to do a big takeoff here, which will be all the cars heading towards them. So we're going to catch a lot of that. But I just hope you kind of kick back and enjoy watching the cars, watch from the seat, pop a cold one, and kick back, recliner up in the easy chair. Just check out the car show on the move. That's that red, that white Nori. There's a lot of sports cars here. There's a lot of newer stuff too. It even has some electric cars in here. Here's a bunch of got the flag, so they're all in. I don't know which one. One of the clubs, they all got flags on. And that's the one thing when they have the big show here. Don't have room for everybody in town. People stay away up. You know, just all over the place. Wow. Mustang there? Mustang. Pretty cool. If one of your cars are in here, tell us what it is. Maybe give me a timestamp on it so I can go find it and take a look at it. My buddy John's car. He owns Route 66 Motorium. By the way, he is he was the store we passed in front, had a bunch of cars in front of him. And you might want to check him out. He has a whole collection of vintage motorcycles. I think he's got 35 of them. So if you get a chance, go up there and say hi to John. Tell him Big Mike said hi. I do want to remind you also, we have our website, which is a travel guide to Route 66. We do a couple of the different events, and one thing that we're going to be working on is within the next probably 2-3 weeks, I'll have complete, as I'm trying to go ahead and get a cold listing of what all is happening for 2026. Centennials coming up. And that's going to be, I was talking to some guys out of Florida, and they're saying that every car club in the States almost planning on doing car club 66. I think it's going to be pretty insane. It should be a lot of fun. got several different ones coming by here, a couple different angles for some of them. Now this is right as they enter town here. This is actually about 8:45, somewhere around there. So everybody's just kind of coming into town. Now we're actually doing the takeoff here. These are a bunch of the cars and trucks. They go ahead and do the wave. And there's our buddy with the rat rod. But you can see a whole bunch of the different cool cars and trucks. And we'll look from a little different angle here. This is the takeoff with a whole bunch of them going off. They're all heading to Kingman right now. Some newer muscle car there. That's what's neat about this thing. It's just so many different cars and trucks. I mean, if you're a fan of any one of them, you'll find several of them here. We're right now on the, I guess it'd be the west side of town. Seligman straight ahead down there. All these cars and trucks. You've got a 75-mile ride. But you're traveling all on Route 66. I just kind of kick it back. Nice yellow Corvette right there. Those little miniature cars, pretty cool. Big Mike here would not fit in one of those though. But I do want to remind you, please check out our website, route66roadrelics.com, for all that to see here out there. We've got travel guides to Route 66. You got over 150 travel destinations. It's even set up where you can actually book your hotel if you want. So check this out. Like I said, we've got, oh, that Bronco is beautiful. My wife wants one of those. I gotta have to work on getting one of those. They're nice. I want my 69 Mach 1. What's your guys' truck, by the way? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments which ones that you're looking for. What do you have, or what's a car or truck that you really wanted to get? I mean, my 69 Mach 1, I know I had that growing up, and of course, like every other idiot kid, it got sold. But I wish I still had that one. That's what I'm gonna have to get. Now I'm in old Ford trucks. I got one I'm working on right now. Hopefully, you're gonna get it going. Cab short bed Ford pickup. We also got, I think you might have seen it earlier, we have our 49 Chevy fire truck. That was beside our business down there, Route 66 Road.
I got that.
Out right there. All sorts of cars, trucks. Chrome on these bad boys, and just a lot of, like I said, a lot of clubs coming up. Mustang clubs, Camaro, Corvette, all sorts of fun stuff. Now, like I said, we're a little towards the end of this. We're also got Angel, and he's going to talk a little bit, and he's going to tell you kind of how things happen. They were actually responsible. This run is actually celebrating Arizona giving a historic designation to Route 66 in Arizona, and that was the start of revitalization for Route 66 nationwide. We were the first place to do it. That's why we're actually the birthplace of historic Route 66. Now, that's not the same thing as birthplace of Route 66. That's actually Springfield, Missouri. Oh, it's pretty 70 Mach 1 right there. Oh, that's a nice one too. There's so many cool cars and trucks. That's what they're right there. You know, that's the one thing. I mean, these new cars just don't have the lines. They don't have the, you know, when you hear the motor. You know, that's what makes some of these different cool cars and trucks. That's what's just really exciting about a lot of this stuff. Oh, you see that pretty red truck? You look at it slowing down for the. Oh, that's one pretty truck right there. A couple others. Everybody's just having fun, driving their car and truck, fun run, heading down to Kingman. Nice little VW van, camper van. Oh, it's a cool little hot rodder out there. Nice little Mustang. There you go. That's just to have fun. I mean, it's kind of cool to get a whole bunch of other people that are all love classic cars and trucks, and you're on historic Route 66. I mean, you don't get much better than that. Because, you know, it is all about the journey. The destinations are cool. There's a lot of fun stuff to see, but what really makes it different is the people you meet along the way, other travelers, the businesses, the owners, and just the stories you hear from back in the day to, you know, something. It's always about making new stories too. There's new things popping up on YouTube. My buddy in the Jeep. I was talking to him earlier in the day, or yesterday actually. There you go. That's pretty cool. That old Bronco, it's like a mine. Nice. Now, waiting for the next car. Well, there's a semi truck. I don't think he's in the fun run. Let's see what else. That's the one thing we just don't know what else is coming through. Oh, here's that pretty green car. Remember we saw that earlier yesterday. That was neat. That's a rumba baby. Can you listen to that one? Oh, that's pretty. Real nice sports cars right out here. Oh yeah. Alright, well I'm just going to let you take a look here. And we're going to take a look and watch some of these cars. I'm going to play a little bit of music here for a little bit. But just kind of check out the rides as they drive by. That little burnout right there. Just listen to music, and then here in just a little bit we're going to have Angel Delgadillo is actually going to go ahead and talk about how it happened back in the day and how they were able to get a historic Route 66 going. So thanks a lot, and let's keep
watching here and check us out, but I'm going to kind of sign out for a little bit and let you watch the cars and trucks drive by and listen to a little music. And in just a few minutes, we'll have Angel time. So hang in there.
One question to ask. Are you having fun? Woo! Because if you're not having fun, it's your own fault. Okay, and we want to thank everyone for being here today and supporting the Historic Route 66 Association of Arizona, the grassroots association that gave Historic Route 66 its rebirth. And if any of you didn't know, what are we celebrating next year?
100 years.
My birthday. Yes, next year we're celebrating 100th anniversary of Historic Route 66. And we feel here in Seligman, Arizona, it is our responsibility to throw the party of the century. So next year, April 30th, 2026 will be the 100th anniversary of Route 66 party in Seligman, Arizona. We will be showcasing two beautiful monument signs, one on the east end, one on the west end. We're going to be burying a time capsule for 100 years, and cool. Our legacy will live on forever. We're going to be celebrating on Historic Route 66, which is one block back behind me. We are going to have food trucks, we're going to have bands, we're going to have music, we're going to have history, and we are going to celebrate like there's no tomorrow. But first, folks, I would like to introduce to you Angel Delgadillo. And for those of you who don't know who he is, he's my dad. Okay, anyhow, Angel just has a few words to say about a project that he's been working on for 2 years to help raise money for the Seligman monument signs. Dad, will you tell these folks what you've been doing in your garage? Mom, he doesn't have a girlfriend.
First of all, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you people here. Why do I want to say thank you? Because I remember when this town died, September 22nd, 1978, when our government finished building 100 miles of freeway from Kingman to Ashford. The town died for 10 long years. I said 10 long years. Most of you folks do not know what it is to be forgotten by the world. We were forgotten by the world. So you're here, and I couldn't be happier if I had $1 jillion. Okay, after we were bypassed, Mr. and Mrs. Lila Russell came up with an idea of letting the world know that Seligman was here, that we needed to do something. So their idea was to put something on the arch at east end of town, telling the world that Seligman is the town where Route 66 got its historic rebirth. So the word got around, and by then, our son Angel came home from San Diego, I was already retired. We have never discussed this, but the love that he has for me, he wanted to make sure that I wasn't just sitting, wasting away. Where I was born, we rented a house, and one of the people that rent there left a birdhouse hanging on a tree. I saw it and took it home. So Angel comes over, says, let's hang that birdhouse up where you can see it when you're washing dishes or you're in the kitchen, you can see the birds doing what they're doing. Okay. Then he says, Dad, why don't you make birdhouses? I says, what? What for? Well, make birdhouses to keep you busy doing something. So on May the 7th, 1923, I made the first birdhouse. It hangs also in our yard. So I started to make birdhouses, and Mr. and Mrs. Lilo's idea caught on. We start selling the birdhouses for $100.66. So I decided to donate every penny from the sale of the birdhouses. I have finished making 237 birdhouses.
Wow.
I have the material cut up for 19 more. And I want to tell you folks, you don't know my background, but I have been in love with the saw and the hammer and the nail and the level since I was a little boy. Carpentry has been a big part of me, just like cutting hair. So going to my garage and working there for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, is nothing but a pleasure. It's not a job. I enjoy it so much. Some of these birdhouses are put together with lumber that my father's parents had a restaurant right there on Old Route 66. And we tore it down and saved this lumber. So some of this lumber in the birdhouses is 100 years old. And it is beautiful to take a piece of old lumber and fix it. And it talks about yesterday. So I want to make this presentation to Nancy. The sale of birdhouses, the first $20,000 I donated for this project that we, the people of Seligman, want to put up at the west end of town and the east end of town. And it is with much pleasure that I donate this to Nancy in behalf of your mother and in behalf of your father, Pat and Lila Russell. May God rest their souls in peace. Thank you. Huh?